Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Draw with Rob. With me. Hang on, where am I? There we are. With me, Rob. Bit off, there I am. With my best pal, Ringo. Oops, sorry. Sorry everyone, I just hit you with my book. Now I am, let's wait, sorry if you're getting seasick, sorry about that. Now I'm a children's author and illustrator. Maybe you've seen some of my books before. This was my very first book and it's a picture book and it's called Blown Away, and it's all about this chap Penguin Blue who goes out flying his kite on a windy day and he ends up getting blown away. Look, his friends, they all try and help him because the wind's so strong. They help him but they end up getting blown away too. Look, there's Wilbur the seal, he joins in, and so does Clyde the polar bear. But they all end up getting blown away across the sea and they end up, landing in a jungle island. Look at that. Where it's far too hot if you're a penguin or a polar bear or a seal, and they have to think of a clever way of getting back home again. Check it out. It's a fun story that. Maybe you've seen my very first. That was my first picture book. This is my first novel. It's called Peanut Jones and the Illustrated City. And look, it's got words in it and everything and chapters and stuff. But also you can see, hopefully, that I've done loads of drawings. I mean, loads and loads and loads of drawings. And these drawings are like proper detailed, man. I really want you to appreciate them because they took me absolutely ages. Hang on. Oh, that's one of my favourites. There it is. I saw it. Where is it? This is the one I wanted to show you. Where is it? Oh, yeah, look. It's a bit like a famous painting that you might have seen, isn't it? But it's a really fun story about this girl, Peanut, who finds a magic pencil, draws a door with that pencil and walks through the door and finds herself in an illustrated city. So check it out. Lots of short chapters, lots of illustrations. Super fun, even if you're a slightly reluctant reader. But we are here, as per usual, to draw a picture, aren't we? But something that isn't quite as per usual is the fact that this is a very special episode of Draw with Rob, because I am making it in conjunction with my friends at Empathy Day. I love Empathy Day. We've done Empathy Day videos before. I've done a sloth one year, a couple of years ago, and last year I think I did the kindness monster in support of Empathy Day. Now, I should tell you what empathy is, because some of you might not know what empathy is. Well, empathy is our ability to kind of put ourselves in somebody else's shoes, to think about the world from their point of view, okay? And that might not sound that important to you when I say it just like that, but actually if you think about it, it really is, because that's where all kindness comes from. Because if you can imagine how another person is feeling about a situation, then I think you might behave a bit differently. You might be a bit nicer to them if you think about how it's going to affect them. And I think it's, no matter what you do, I think it's always really, really important to think about how another person is feeling about what you are saying and what you are doing. So in a way, somebody who has a lot of empathy is sort of really good at reading people's minds, in a way. So empathy is a bit like a superpower. And do you know what? That is the theme of this year's Empathy Day. The fact that empathy is our human superpower. So we are celebrating empathy's incredible power this year. The fact that it makes us all mind readers if we're good at empathy. And the brilliant thing about empathy is that, you know, we can develop how much empathy we have, because empathy is like a muscle. It grows the more we use it. And the more we use it, the more motivated we become to help other people. And you know what? You can never help other people too much, can you? Now, a bit later on, we're going to talk about a brilliant thing that the guys at Empathy Day and Empathy Lab are doing, which is called the Empathy Superpower Challenge. But I'll talk a little bit more about that later on. But I thought today, seeing as empathy is like the human superpower, I should draw a superhero for you all today. Now, I like drawing animals. You all know this. You've seen my videos before. Animals are my favourite thing to draw. So I thought, right, I'm going to draw a superhero animal. Now, I've done one in the past, way back. I think it was video number 15. I think we did like a superhero bear. Okay, check it out if you haven't seen it. It's a super fun episode. But I thought, right, I'm going to draw something else today. And I thought, right, what could I draw? I like superheroes that fly. You know, like Superman. Those guys. So I thought, right, I'm going to draw a flying animal, but I thought I don't really want to draw a bird because it's quite hard to do a superhero bird. So I thought, what about one of those amazing sugar gliders? Now, have you heard of a sugar glider? They live in sort of down in Australia and down it's sort of in the Antipodean region of the world. And what they're little tiny little things, and they look a little bit like They look a bit like sort of flying squirrels, but they're amazing because they have these kind of really cool flaps of skin between their legs and their feet that enable them to jump off of trees and sort of fly. They glide basically, and they're amazing things. And these sort of flaps of skin, it's like they've got a built-in cloak. So they sort of look like superheroes already, and they're super cute. And I think I put one, hang on, I'm going to show you. In this book here, which is the latest Draw with Rob Amazing Animals book, right at the end there's a little kind of weird and wonderful section. And look, there we go. There is our sugar glider friend in there. And I thought, oh, he looks like a superhero. He even looks like he's got a little mask on. So that's what I'm going to show you how to draw today. Okay? Does that sound like a good plan? Please say yes. Right. In case you haven't done one of these videos before, this is how it works. You're going to need a piece of paper. You're going to need a pen or a pencil, something to draw with. A bit later on, you're going to need something to colour with, maybe. If you haven't got anything to colour with, do not worry about it at all. You can just shade with your pencil. Whatever you've got to hand, that's what you can use. That's the beauty of drawing. We don't need loads of equipment to do it. Right. If you haven't watched a Draw with Rob video before, this is how they work. Lots of people say to me they don't think they're very good at drawing. I say nonsense, everybody can draw. There is no right or wrong answer with drawing. Some people might just need a little bit of help with the order that we do the drawing in. And that's where I come in, because I'm going to break this little drawing of a sugar glider down into little tiny bite-sized pieces, alright? I'm going to draw a little bit, a little shape, a line, a squiggle, something like that on my piece of paper here. Then I will stop. You can pause the video and I want you to copy what I do, okay? Then start me up again. I will draw a bit more. Pause the video. You draw. Start me up. I draw. You draw. 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 I draw. And I'm at the end. When we get I'm still talking like that. I can't stop talking like that now. Then by the end, we're going to end up with a lovely drawing of a superhero sugar glider with super empathy abilities. This might be the strangest one I've ever done, but I'm looking forward to it. Right, shall we start? Shall I stop talking and shall we start? Right, okay. Shall I give you a little sugar glider fact before we start? Okay, well, sugar gliders, as I said, they're tiny little things. They are marsupials, which means they grow in pouches. The babies grow in pouches, a bit like kangaroos or wallabies, that sort of thing. And they're tiny little things, and as I said, they're sort of Australia, Tasmania, around there. And when they can glide and fly with these things, they can go up to 45 meters. Think about that. This thing is that big and it can glide for 45 meters. Pretty amazing. But they are super cute. That's the main thing you need to know. And the very first thing we need to draw is a kind of egg shape. So I want you to go find the center of your piece of paper and then go slightly up and to the left, okay? And I want you to draw an egg shape, but I want the egg shape to be sort of at an angle. So it's like an egg is slightly toppled over, like that. Okay? So like a toppled over egg. Then coming down from this side of the egg, we're going to draw a diagonal line about that long. And we're going to do another one coming down from this side, parallel to that first one. Just like that. Okay? Then we're going to join those two lines up in a nice smooth curve shape, like that. Easy peasy so far, correct? Then from the point where this line joins this egg shape, I want you to draw a straight line, almost going vertically. Slightly at an angle, mind is. And then we're going to do another one right next to it, like so. Then we're going to join the ends up, not in a straight line, we're going to do it like a circle, like that. Then we're going to do the same over here, but this time it's going to be at an angle like that. So from there where they meet, we're going to do a straight line first of all, then the one underneath, like that. And then remember, we join them up in a little circle. Then I want you to imagine that that carries on through the body and goes out this side. It goes down there. The other line carries on through as well, like so. Guess what? We're joining them up with a circle too. Again, this comes down, carries on through the other side, like that. The other one, I've done that one a bit short, haven't I? Like so. join them up with the circle. Now at this point I want to say to you, if yours doesn't look exactly like mine, don't worry about it. As I said, there's no right or wrong answer with drawing. In fact, I sometimes, can you see how this line that I did with the line that I've done when I drew my original kind of wonky egg shape, it's a bit thicker on this side than it is down here. It's all a bit wibbly wobbly. There's a funny bit going on here. That doesn't quite meet up. I like it when those things happen. When we have these little happy accidents, that's what gives your drawing personality and character. So if yours doesn't look exactly like mine, don't worry about it. We don't want it to look exactly like mine. We want it to look like yours. That's the whole point of art. They're individual, they're different. When I get sent, if you look at the grids that I put up after every Draw with Rob episode, look at all the different drawings, and they're all meant to be the same animal, but everyone's looks different, and I love that. That's the beauty of drawing. So if you think you've made a mistake, you haven't. Just keep on drawing, okay? Right, let's carry on with our drawing. We're going to give our little sugar glider eyes. So I want you to draw 2 circles quite close to each other towards the top of that funny wonky egg shape that we did. And then, actually I'm going to change my pen to my little thinner pen here. It's just a bit easier to handle when I'm doing smaller shapes. Inside each of those circles, we're going to draw a smaller circle. And we're going to colour in, like so. Then, let's give our little sugar glider a nose and a mouth. So down here, about 1 centimetre away from the bottom of the head, I should have told you actually, that's the head, you know that now because of the eyes, and these are the arms and the legs. And this is where the little flap of skin, the gliding flap is going to go. We'll do that in a minute though. First of all, yes, let's do the nose. We're going to draw a little sort of egg shape down here, as I said, 1 centimetre or so away from the bottom of the head, and we're going to colour it in. And that's going to be our sugar glider's nose. Okay. Already looks quite cute, I think. Coming out of the middle of the nose, I want you to draw a straight line, a little one, not quite going to the edge of the face, because at the bottom we're going to draw a little tiny smiley mouth. There we go. A happy superhero, empathic sugar glider. Empathetic? Every year I mean to look that up and I never do. Is it empathic or empathetic? I don't know. I think you can use either, actually. I think that's the conclusion that we came to. Right. The next thing we're going to do, superheroes wear masks, right? Think about it. Spider-Man wears a mask so that nobody knows that he's in his everyday life. He's Peter Parker. Superman hang on. Superman doesn't wear a mask, does he? What's Superman? Oh yeah, Superman does it the other way around, doesn't he? Because in real life, Superman is Clark Kent and he wears glasses. And for some reason, nobody can recognise Superman because Clark Kent's Superman because he's got a pair of glasses on. I don't quite know how that works. And I say that as a glasses wearer. So maybe I'm Superman in real life. Who knows? But anyway, lots of superheroes wear masks to protect their everyday identity from being found out. So our little superhero characters. Superpower is empathy, amazing empathy, right? I'm going to call them Empathio. What do you think? That's a good superhero name, isn't it? You just add an O on the end and it seems to work. So this is Empathio, the superhero sugar glider. But in real life, Empathio is, Steve Johnson. And, Steve Johnson doesn't want everyone to know that he's Empathio. So by day he's Steve Johnson, by night he's Empathio. So in order to preserve his anonymity as Steve Johnson, he wears a mask, and this is how we draw the mask. Basically, we're going to draw a straight line underneath the eyes and a straight line above the eyes, and it really is that simple. See, no one would recognise Steve Johnson now, would they? Steve Johnson. Right. The next thing we're going to do, they've got very distinctive markings, actually, sugar gliders. If you Google one, they're very cute. Google one. It sort of looks like they're wearing a mask because they have these markings around their eyes. Now we can't see them because they're under the mask, but we are going to do like a sort of a V-shape marking that comes down from their forehead, goes through the mask and towards the nose, like that. So quite a cool kind of marking, like that. And let's give our little sugar glider a little cute tuft of hair, like that, just on top of his head. Nice! Should we give them some ears as well? Okay, I'm going to go back to my thicker pen for the ears. Now the ears, they're quite sort of big. They're going to come out of the sides, sort of out of the top of the head, slightly to the side, in a sort of egg shape. Just like that. 2 little cute ears. And as per usual, we're going to add a thinner line inside for the ear lining. Like so. Oh, starting to take shape now, isn't it? Okay, now I am going to add a bit of detail here and here, but I'm going to do it after I've coloured in, because I don't want to, you know, sometimes if I do the pen and then I colour over the top, it all sort of smudges up. So I'm going to leave that for now. Similarly, I'm going to give Empathio here some whiskers, but I'm going to do that right at the end. Before I get to that though, we're going to give our superhero a belt. They always wear belts, don't they, in their costume? So we're going to do 2 lines coming across there like that. By doing that, we've automatically created the sort of the pants of our superhero. They always wear their pants on the outside, don't they, superheroes? And I mean that pants in the English sense of the word, underpants, not in the American sense, which means trousers. I mean pants, underpants. Superheroes' underpants are on the outside. Okay, so on the belt we're going to add a kind of little egg-shaped buckle. They always have egg-shaped buckles. I don't know why. And that's going to be our little belt. So they have, I think they do little, let's do a couple of little lines on each side. I think that's what happens with superheroes. Little lines like that. So these are the pants, this is the top. They need a little logo. What did I say? Empathio. So I'm going to draw a little E logo. Let's see, how shall I do it? Where are we going to go? Round. And we're going to come up here. And we're going to do a little swirly bit. You know I like swirly bits. But you can do, I mean, you can call your little superhero sugar glider anything you like. And you can design any logo. But obviously the logo, the first letter, is usually what goes on the chests of superheroes. There we go. Empathio, this special E. So yeah, I wonder what you guys are going to call yours. Okay, let's add a little sleeve end there. The end of the costume there. And he's going to wear boots. Let's do the boots like little sort of upside down V-shape ends to our superhero boots. Like so. There we go. Starting to take shape, isn't it? Now the most important bit of our superhero. Well, there's 2 bits actually. First of all, let's do our tail. They have these really long sort of bushy tails. So what I want you to do is, coming out of here, we're going to do a big, long, sort of furry tail with a big round end. Like so. Comes up, goes around, goes down there. Coming out from behind our superhero. And the most important bit, the cloak. So the bit that sugar gliders use to glide, the sort of flap of skiing. Now it's kind of between the ankle and the wrist. So what we're going to do is join up this point and this point, but we're not going to do it in a straight line. We're going to do it in a slightly curved line. So it slightly curves in towards the body on both sides. So slightly comes in, joins up like that. And look, there is our little flying sugar glider superhero, Empathio, alias Steve. What did I say? Steve Johnson. I like Empathio. He's super cool. Now the great thing about drawing superheroes is they are really fun to colour, because their costumes can be anything you like. They can be any colours you like. If you just look at the superheroes, there are all colours of the rainbow in your superheroes, and as you know, I'm very fond of colour. So I'm going to go away, I'm going to colour my superhero in. I'm going to go into super speed mode, because that's what I always do. And I'm going to colour my superhero in. I'll see you back here in 20 or 30 seconds. But remember, when you colour yours, don't do the same colours as me, unless you want to. You can, of course, but do anything you like. You can add patterns. There can be hearts all over the cloak, or over the... There'd be stars all over the costume. You can anything you like. Anything. There are no rules to this. But have fun. That's the only rule. I will see you back here in 20 or 30 seconds with a lovely coloured in Empathio. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. So there we are. There is my finished sugar glider superhero with special empathy powers called What did I say? Empathio, alias Steve Johnson. This is Empathio. What do you think? Now, I've gone for quite traditional superhero colours. Basically Superman. Am I allowed to do that? I might not even be allowed to do that, in which case it's nothing like Superman's colours, but it's always like Superman's colours. So there we go. I've gone for a bright golden belt and gold logo. We've got the red underpants and the red boots and the red cloak and then the blue other bits and bobs. And I've decided I wanted to keep my colour palette harmonious, so I've made my little Sugar Glider's fur kind of blues in colours and a blue tail as well, so the whole thing looks nice together. What do you think? I'm really pleased with this. I'm really pleased with this. It's a pretty good little character, I think. Maybe there's a book in this. Who knows? Empathio, The Adventures of Empathio. Now, superheroes, they need catchphrases, right? And I need some kind of, do you know what? I want to set an empathy resolution for myself. I want to be more empathetic. I want to have more empathy. Okay. And so I think my empathy resolution is going to be twofold. I'm going to have 2 points for my empathy resolution, and it's also going to be old Sugar Glider Empathio's catchphrase too. So the 2-point empathy resolution that I'm going to go with is, number 1, listen. It's the most important part of empathy, I think. Listen to other people. When you're having a conversation, don't just talk about yourself. Listen to what they have to say. Then that will help you put yourself in their shoes, won't it? And the second part of my empathy resolution, number 2, be kind. Always be kind. If that's at the front of your mind at all times, is what I'm doing kind, then I don't think you'll go far wrong. So here we go. We're going to make that Empathio's catchphrase, superhero catchphrase. 1, listen, 2, be kind. And that is also my empathy resolution. Whenever I do writing, I always like to add, if you've seen my signature in my books, you'll see I always add these little swirly bits. So I always like to do that with my writing. So there we go. My empathy resolution. 1, listen, 2, be kind. What do you think? It's also Empathio's catchphrase. Now, there are a couple of other things that we need to do. Do you remember I mentioned this earlier, I think? We're going to add little paw prints here. You know, little paw things. So we're going to add a circle with 3 smaller circles around it there, just to make it a little bit cuter. Because these two, the arms would be sort of facing us, so we would see the little paw pads. It just makes our little character cuter. We're going to add some little claws like that on the end, so very easy. And then of course, oh, whiskers. I nearly forgot whiskers. Let's do 4 on each side, I think. Oh, I don't want to smudge. Try not to smudge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you remember I said the reason I'm going to add these right at the end is because it's much easier to put the ink over the top of the pencil than the other way around. Now, the very last thing we need to do, one of the most important things ever, when you're doing an artwork, you need to sign it so that everyone knows who has created these lovely works of art. And there we go. That is our finished drawing of Empathio, the superhero Sugar Glider. That's what he is, isn't he? Sugar Glider. Empathio. We like him. So yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Now then, do you remember earlier I mentioned the Empathy Superpower Challenge? Remember that? I said I was going to tell you about it a bit later on. Well, we've got to a bit later on. So, this year, me and my friends at Empathy Day, we've been challenging everyone to boost their empathy superpower by taking our Empathy Superpower Challenge. Now, what this is, it's like a little menu of 9 kind of creative and fun empathy boosting activities that you guys can do online. You just go to the website. Here's the website. And you complete 3 activities, and then you get to download this really cool digital badge. But if you complete all 9, you get to download this fabulous certificate signed by, get this, the great Michael Rosen. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So find out more at the website, as I said, and then don't forget to pass the challenge on to somebody else, because we want to spread empathy, don't we? We want empathy to kind of take over everyone, because if everyone was really empathetic, I always say both ways still, I'm sorry about that. If everyone had a lot of empathy, then the world would definitely be a better place, wouldn't it? And even the smallest change in your behaviour can have, you know, a really big impact on everyone around you. So listen, it would be great to hear how you're going to change the world. So I want you to share your empathy resolutions and all the work that you've been doing for Empathy Day. You can share it with us safely online by using this hashtag here, the Empathy Day hashtag. And let's take over social media, shall we? Speaking of hashtag, I want to see your drawings. So if you get your grown up to take a picture of your fabulous superhero sugar gliders and then post them with this hashtag here, draw with Rob, put that on social media, and that way I'll get to see your drawings too, which will be fabulous. I can't wait to see them. I think they're going to be really lovely and colourful. Now listen, I've loved showing you how to draw this funny little character today. I hope you've had a nice time drawing along with me. As I say, I can't wait to see your drawings, and you know, enjoy Empathy Day. Have a lovely Empathy Day. Spread your empathy through all your friends. Be kind to everyone. Listen. And remember, every day is Empathy Day, really. You don't have to just be empathetic on Empathy Day. Always be empathetic. Always be kind. I'm going to be back very soon with a new Draw with Rob video. In fact, if you subscribe to my newsletter by going to this website here and signing up, don't worry, we won't spam you. That's probably the best way of finding out when there's going to be a new Draw with Rob video, and also you get to find out when I'm bringing out a new book, or I'm going on tour, or I'm appearing live at an event near you, so then you can come and say hello. Just subscribe to that letter and we'll let you know when the latest stuff is happening. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and that's it. I'm going to be back very soon with another Draw with Rob video. In the meantime, everybody, keep those pencils sharpened, keep on reading, listen, be kind, be empathetic, and I'm going to see you all very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, just when you thought you got rid of me, here I am again, popping up at the end of your video to annoy you. And I'm here today to tell you all about this, the brand new Draw with Rob activity book, and it's called Amazing Animals. And that's because it's full of loads of amazing animals. It's true, it really is. We've got little ones, like this guy here. We have got some really big ones. We have got animals that live in the sea. We have got animals that spend most of their time up in the sky. And of course, there's loads and loads of really, really cute ones. What's in the book, I hear you ask? Well, we have got loads and loads of really cool and quite tricky puzzles for you to do. We've got some pages where I start the drawings off and you guys get to finish them. We have got lots of really, really nice colouring pages for you to do too. And of course, it wouldn't be a Draw with Rob book without lots of exclusive, never before seen draw-alongs. And I've got the frames as per usual for you to put the pictures in. And of course, all the pages are perforated. So once you've done your beautiful works of art, you can tear them out and stick them up on the wall and display them for all to see. And then when you get to the end of your book, look, we've got a really cool certificate. You put your name in there and it says, this is to certify that your name is officially an amazing animal artist. Isn't that cool? The book is out right now. You can get it right now from wherever you get your books, be it online or from your local bookshop, if you can, please. It was so much fun to put this book together. I really, really loved doing it. I really, really hope you love the book too. I think if you like these videos, I think you're going to love this book, to be honest. So get yourself a copy. If you do, let me know what you think of it. Right, I better let you go. You've got to get on with your day, haven't you? I'm going to be back very soon with another Draw with Rob video. In the meantime, everybody, keep those pencils sharpened, keep on drawing, keep on reading, and take care. Bye-bye.